välkommen till Soppko, Malmo.
I've known lots of people who care about others and are extremely generous when it comes to giving.
And that's fine. It's a good thing to help your neighbor.
On the other hand, I know very few people capable of receiving.
It's as if the act of receiving made them feel inferior.
As if depending on someone else was undignified.
They think if someone has given us something,
that's because we're incapable of getting it for ourselves, or
the person giving me this now will later ask me back for it with interest.
Or even worse, I don't deserve to be treated well.
Det är egentligen själviska orsaker. Man är med och försöker skapa en bättre framtid som gör att man sover lite bättre på nätterna. Jag fick syn på en affisch utanför min matvaruaffär ifrån Soppko Malmo och tänkte det ska jag testa.
Soppko Malmo is an initiative first taken by two women, Yani and Zoha, who during their university studies decided to write their final essay on homelessness in Malmo. With the knowledge they had gained from their projects, they realized that something needed to be done. These people were living under extreme circumstances. Inspired by the already existing soup kitchen in Stockholm, they decided to start their own. The organization has grown a great deal since, and there are now 10 people sitting in the board.
Jag visste ju intellektuellt sett att det fanns hemlösa. Man såg någon hemlös ibland ute på stan, men att problemet var så stort som det hade jag ingen aning om. Mer jag lärde mig desto mer motiverad blev jag.
The purpose of Soppko Malmo, as well as helping the people in need for short term, is to shed light on the issue of homelessness. To in the longer run start discussions that will lead to solutions and decisions from the higher authority, and to get people involved and aware. The more people to get involved, the more the issue is discussed, and the further up it will climb inside the government, with the hopes of it becoming a priority. They want to be able to give the people knowledge about what residentially challenged people live through, to be able to get people to speak up about it. Their essential goal with the initiative is to cease to exist, to not be needed anymore, that the politicians and people of power will act upon the topic.
Man har ingen vision, man har ingen planering. Om jag frågar Malmö stad idag, vilket år planerar ni att hemlösheten är borta ifrån Malmö? Så får jag inget svar.
Soppko Malmo's main pillar is the management team. They make sure everything runs smoothly, make sure that everything is in order. From there, it goes down to the soup kitchen, that they run and organize, then divides into different categories. We have food, hygiene, volunteers, the collecting and gathering of clothes, and transport. The second pillar of Soppko Malmo is their work with public opinion. They there work with starting discussions to bring knowledge to the people and try to make the issue more prioritized. The editorial staff then work with the press and the media to get the people's take on the situation, and to be in charge of what is said about them in the media. The administration then makes sure these two work together and function properly.
Framförallt en sån sak som att det finns barn i Malmö som är hemlösa. Det är något som jag reagerade väldigt starkt på. Att det 2015 får lov att finnas barn som inte har en riktig struktur att växa upp i.
we got the opportunity to participate and help at one of the volunteering sessions. We started off by setting up tables and unpacking the boxes containing various things, such as clothes that have been donated, pots, food, coffee, etc. Whatever we were going to use and hand out to those who came by. We were told almost immediately how everyone were expected to act, show respect to the visitors, and remember not to judge anyone. We were also told to remember that not everyone who came by were actually homeless, and that the food was for everyone. We were mainly stationed by the handing out food section, but we were also given the opportunity to interview some of the visitors to get a better understanding of their specific situation. We were informed by those who were responsible for preparing the food that they were very strict on health regulation concerning the food that was given out. It had been pre-made at a proper kitchen by professionals and had always been supervised during the transport to our location so it wouldn't get below 60 degrees in order to prevent bacteria from forming.
När du träffar människor som lever i en hemlös situation som kommer att få kläder hos oss till exempel, så vill de inte ha kläder som står ut, som syns i klara färger. Därför att man vill inte synas.
Soppko Malmo has made flyers that have been put up all across Malmo, and on it says the location of the soup kitchen, but also the time and the date of it. What we noticed was that on it was written in more than just Swedish, so as many people as possible would understand it. There were also pictures on it describing, so those who couldn't read would also get a chance to understand what it said. Soppko Malmo is working together with other initiatives who are all focused on helping those in need. During this session that we were on, we met two representatives who represented Hjälpstickan, which essentially is a group of people who knit clothes and give to those in need. So if you're into knitting, you could send whatever you knit to Hjälpstickan and they will make sure that it's put into good use.
They also cooperate with an initiative called Uniklappen. They bring up the difficulties and the feelings behind not having a home to give the rest of the community an understanding of what their lives look like. To through empathy, educate and make people understand, to create a connection and solidarity which hopefully would lead to action. On their website, uniklappen.se, you can read and answer the question, what does invisibility smell like? And take part in other people's answers as well. They have also posted little notes all around central Malmo with a link to their website with the question, as well as other ways to see them on social media.
Hemlösheten är osynlig. Hur många gånger har ni sett på TV hemlösa människor som har stått protestplakat och protesterat mot sin situation? Man gör både för att man tycker det är jobbigt och man orkar inte. Så vår uppgift är att skrika för de här människorna som inte orkar skrika själva.
The number of residentally challenged is increasing immensely in Malmo. 2014, a survey showed that the number has risen from 973 to 1,142 people in just a year. Along these, 467 are children. 160 of these people are not only in the need of residence, but also special aid in the form of health assistance, financial assistance, and property assistance. 80 people are residently challenged as a direct cause of abuse at home. Now, the first complication is how you define homeless in actuality. Malmö Stad, together with various stakeholders, are keen on hiding homelessness by changing the definition, not taking things into consideration, and making sure to mention progress supposedly made. The consequence is this issue being overlooked. What I found particularly strange is how these statistics were taken directly from Malmö Stad's website. They make yearly mappings have these numbers and this knowledge, yet there's silence. This topic is very much taboo, not spoken of. Undoubtedly, homelessness is invisible. The issue here is partly the colliding manner of not wanting to be seen, not wanting to see. For many, the issue of homelessness is one of unappealing manner. What personally made me burn for this topic was my initial inability to comprehend the shame that is overshadowing homelessness. Prejudice goes hand in hand with this shame. Unrecognized by many, however, is the fact that there are varieties of homelessness. Firstly, there's social homelessness. Under this umbrella term lies when homelessness is a direct result of social problems, such as addiction. The persons in question might be in need of social aid. With this part, Malmo Stad has worked fairly well. However, the structural homelessness is increasing. Structural homelessness is when the only need is a home. This is often a cause of unemployment and poverty.
Det finns ju fler män än kvinnor som befinner sig i en hemlös situation. Men kvinnorna är oftast mer utsatta. Om du inte har någonstans att ta väg på natten så ska du vara rädd för olika sorters våld. Sexuellt våld, allmänt våld. Du är ofta utsatt som kvinna på ett annat sätt än vad män är. Jag älskar Malmö, men det ger mig en klump i magen och jag skäms lite grann för att det ser ut som det gör i Malmö. Blir fråntagen sin möjlighet att sova ordentligt räknas ju som tortyr enligt FN. Och om du inte kan sova ordentligt på grund av att det är kallt eller om du går ut och blir väckt av någon vakt när du sover på en parkbänk eller något sådant, så får du ju en avbruten sömn. Du får inte de här 6 till 8 timmarna. Och där har du den största orsaken till att människor dör i förtid som befinner sig i hemlöshet. Det är inte på grund av att människor sover ut och fryser ihjäl. Utan det är på grund av hjärtattacker, det är på grund av högt blodtryck, det är på grund av diabetes, det är på grund av tarmsjukdomar och tarmcancer. Sådant, allting sådant som i obduktionsprotokollet så står det hjärtattack, men det borde egentligen stå hjärtattack på grund av sömnlöshet, på grund av hemlöshet.
What makes the issue of homelessness so vital and topical is the fact that over 1,200 people are living without a home in our city, our Malmö. No justification is needed. We should not say, what if it was our friend or family member? We should care simply because they're human.
Ni har nog inte varit i det värsta läget ändå, som ligger lite mindre centralt. Första gången jag var i det läget så grät jag. Lukoläget kallas det. Det känns nästan som man är ute på landet när man är det, för att man kör igenom ett håligt staket och sen är det en skogsstig nästan bakom en massa industrier och järnväg. Och det läget måste man se med egna ögon, det går inte att beskriva. Och när det gäller EU-medborgarna, de behöver mänskliga rättigheter, de behöver tak över huvudet, värme och skydd under den tiden de är här. Bara på grund av ren medmänsklighet. Det finns en anledning till att man väljer att sitta här i minusgrader på marken istället för att vara hemma i sitt hemland. På grund av att där är det ännu värre. Jag kan ge en liten försprång, men det mesta är hemligt fortfarande. Initiativet kommer ju från förgäves, men de gör det i samarbete med Soppköket.
Mats continued telling us about future projects that they had already planned. During the spring they will have an art project, and at summer they will have a large event similar to the event that they had at Christmas, which was filled with food, music and all other kinds of entertainment. And during the fall they will have a form of follow-up connected to the previous two projects.
Soppkök Malmo encounter little to no objecting beliefs. The critique they do receive is based on ignorance. These are people under the impression that Soppkök Malmo solidifies homelessness, or that they gain money off of this issue.
In the end, Soppkök Malmo is an initiative that has become an important part in many people's lives. Not only the people who get help from them in form of food and clothes, but also volunteers and people who have taken this on during their free time. The people who work with the soup kitchen are all extremely kind-hearted people who get no profit from this, and they are doing this after and outside of their other professions and studies. While they are needed, they are doing an amazing job.
Soppkök Malmo, vad är drömscenariot?
Att jag vaknar upp en morgon och Soppkök Malmo inte finns längre. Då hade jag varit jättenöjd.